the psychic who claimed to have traveled to Mars and the Moon, and what he saw and described. In 1953, the lawyer and well-known researcher of metaphysical phenomena Demetrius Ampelas claimed to have witnessed an interplanetary journey of one of the most powerful psychics of Athens, Mrs. Philias Karakakis. So Mrs. Philia was hypnotized, and then Demetrius Ampelas begged her to be transferred to another planet. Then the psychic felt herself falling into the void and called out, "I'm nearing the moon. I land on the moon. I'm between Pelorian mountains," that is huge mountains in a canyon, in deep caverns, fissures. However, there is no life here because there is a lack of oxygen, she said. Ampelas then asked her to leave her and move her to another planet, leave the moon, move her to another planet, and she soon let out a frightened voice. "Ah, I'm landing on Mars. Light, a lot of light. Green light everywhere. There are people of spiritual component with a material enclosure around them, which makes their silhouette." When I asked if they were people like us with arms and legs, Philia said happily and repeated, "They are just like us, and they work with their spirit mostly with electricity or something similar. I see weird electrical buttons everywhere. Everything is done fast and without effort at all. They spend most of the time busy with the matters of the universe and with the geological explosions of the planets, which often put their neighboring stars in danger. However, they also have their entertainment. They grow their gardens with incredibly beautiful flowers, indulge in music, and travel around the world, not only for research, but also for recreation." "And do they have houses?" Demetrius Ampelas asked. She said, "Yes, they have, but they built them with transparent barriers." "How do you see someone you know from Earth who was reincarnated there with a new, perhaps, birth?" "I see a lot of people, but I don't like any of them." Suddenly the psychic uttered anguishing cries. Got tired. However, I don't want to return to Earth. There is death. Here on Mars the light is green. There is culture and love. There is no war anywhere. Leave me. I don't want to leave here. It's so beautiful, so peaceful." With a deft manipulation Ampelas evoked in her feeling of forced flight, he managed to get her off the red planet Mars, parked her briefly on the moon, and finally had put her feet back on the floor, giving her the feeling that she had finally landed back on Earth. She had the interplanetary journey of the psychic Mrs. Philias Karakasi really been achieved, or was it all just her imagination? This was published in the newspaper Embros, meaning front, on August 10th, 1953. So, was this just her imagination, her fantasy, or did she actually travel there psychically? Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.